jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh. Hey!
September 4th, 2013 was just your absolutely typical normal day. I had just taken Carly to church for youth activities that night and came home, and it was time to get Kinlee ready for bed. Or not really ready for bed, but get in the process of getting ready, get her bath and get supper and things. And so I got Kinlee in the bathtub, and while I was doing that, I was going to go order pizza. I heard the water turn off and didn't think anything of it. And then it just, 30 seconds later, I said, Kinlee, and she didn't answer. And so I went and checked on her, and that's when I found her submerged underwater of an apparent seizure. She had a seizure, and it was just those 2 minutes that completely changed our whole family's life. I was able to get her out of the bathtub. We started CPR until the ambulances arrived. And then the ambulances took her to our local airport where the air evac helicopter is stationed. The ambulance drivers basically told us that get in the car, start driving. And, that's the longest drive of your life as a parent.
The first time I met the Weatherfords, we were in the PICU. Her body was stiff, and typically when their bodies are stiff like that, they don't have a good outcome. And one of the basic things, aside from breathing, is to eat. And so I started with popsicles and ice chips, and she started moving her mouth and trying to lick it, and then just moving forward into that was huge. And I was like, she's doing something, y'all, please, this is not her new baseline. So, because they'd kept telling us that was it, and that she wouldn't do anything. And then we got in there and that wasn't it at all. I mean, we knew she was in there, so.
It's about probably 2 or 3 days into Kinlee's stay at the ICU. And at that point in time, I don't guess Carla or I or a lot of our family had even left the hospital, left the room. We were showering in the ICU floor in basically just a little bathroom, and trying to live in an ICU room with all that's going on. And the nurse and the social worker had said, hey, we have the FedExFamilyHouse that's just basically next door to the hospital that offers rooms. So we'll see if we can get you a room.
The FedExFamilyHouse was a huge part of our healing process and Kinlee's recovery. Without the FedExFamilyHouse, we wouldn't have been able to stay here together as a unit and to be there for Kinlee 24/7 at the hospital, and for Carly to come and be a pivotal part of Kinlee's treatment and her recovery, and just being together as a family.
It kept our family here. It kept Carly here. And, and the FedExFamilyHouse provided that, and they were here for us when we needed them the most. From day one, the FedExFamilyHouse and Bonheur meant so much to us. Literally they gave us our child back. Things could have turned out completely different. We credit them for saving Kinlee's life at Bonheur. And the FedEx House gave us so much during that time. There's not a time that we come back into this FedExFamilyHouse that you don't look at those names on the wall, and I don't know those names, some of the names you recognize, but you think, these people have gone and done this, provided this for us, for families like us. They don't know us, they've never met us, but what their generosity has done, changed our lives. We can't say enough thank yous to those people for what they've done.
I think that people who give to the FedExFamilyHouse, I want them to know that what they do is important, and that without their contributions, we wouldn't be able to have stayed together as a family. We wouldn't have been able to care for Kinlee and care for Carly the way that we were after Kinlee's accident. So we want to thank anybody that gives money, gives time, volunteers, whatever they do to help the FedEx House keep going, because we love it and we don't know what we would have done without the FedEx Family House.